Trying to make the channel, which is usually gray, become black or become white, completely black or completely white, and then the information will be sent only on the white channel. White means good. So this is the meaning of polar code, and then it is found or invented in 2008 by Turkish scientist Erdal Arikan or Erdal Arkan. And then, so after it is invented, I was trying also to learn about the polar code, but I gave up because the polar code require infinite block length. And then I gave up. But suddenly in 2013, someone from USA found this decoding using cyclic redundancy check, and then it works even polar code with short block length. And then after that, after these inventions, polar code's research life again. So this is the short story of polar code. And then spatially count LDPC we will also learn later after this polar code. And polar code is in the part of the block code, not in the part of the convolutional code. So when we divide coding theory into two class, so polar code belongs to block code. And then let's go back to the standard of 5G in 212. So in this number, we can see that channel coding of 5G use quasi-cyclic LDPC with two phase graph. And then alhamdulillah, we are in Telkom University, we have observed those two graphs and a set of variety check and also the polar code. So this is the proof that polar coding is already in the standard. And then about the channel, how the channel can be polarized. First, assume that we transmit X and you receive Y, and then Y and then X is binary 0 and 1, and output alphabet of Y can be any according to this channel probabilities. This is the channel probabilities. Y given X. Probability of Y given X is the conditional probability. Then I will also explain to you the difference between symmetric channel and erasure channel, and we will use this channel for IoT because it can model the lost packet during transmission. This is erasure. Erasure means the packet you transmit is received correctly or erased. Erased can be you receive but wrong, or can be you don't receive it at all. So you transmit 1, you receive 1. It is a little bit different compared to this, because you transmit 0, you receive 1. But we receive, we don't know what it is. And the capacity of this equal to C of PSC 1 minus entropy of epsilon. We will learn later about entropy. But capacity of PEC is 1 minus epsilon. So it is very easy to analyze the IoT network based on this channel, because you don't need to consider about entropy at all. And then on the channel itself, because we consider phase 2 algorithm and we consider binary, the minimum is 0 and the maximum is 1. This is, you should accept it. Maximum capacity is 1 and minimum is 0. Minimum is 0 means that what we transmit completely wrong at receiver. But capacity 1, what we transmit, it is completely correct or 100% correct at receiver. And when the capacity is below 1, and then you have the error probability. Then, according to the name of polar code, with polar code, you transform the channel into perfect and into useless. Perfect mean 1 and useless 0. This is what polar codes do. Transform. And then, how you transform? What they are doing is, with this step, the first you combine, and then after that you split. W, W, W. So why it is the same? Because when you have antennas, so bit number 1 until bit number 100, they experience the same channel. Should be the same. It's quite the same. But with polar code, they experience different because of something you make before the antenna. So it looks like different. Become W1 until Wn. This is what we mean by split. It means that the channel itself, the capacity itself, it is now different. Then, after that, you combine. Combine means that you make a factor such that this is the encoded part, and this is the generator matrix of polar. So combine means that you will have the virtually different channel here. Begin with n copies of W, use 1-1 mapping. So this becomes this. It's still binary, but the output is being different because you perform XOR here, such that UN equals to YN. So input UN, output is YN and receiver. So please remember, what you transmit originally U, and then encode become X, and then receive become Y. And this notation we will use later. And then, by doing that, you calculate the capacity. So the capacity here is the mutual information between UN and YN. Between UN and YN. It is actually the capacity of the channel itself. And then, because U and X does make nothing, and then you can replace U with X. So between X and Y, between this and this. So because there are n times, and then you multiply by n of the capacity. Because there are n capacity, right? So the total of this vector capacity is this plus this plus this plus this until n. It means that n CW. Okay, so this capacity of channel vector is equal to n CW because there are n bits. Then you try to split. So n, please remember that we are talking about total capacity for the vector, channel vector W. And still, this is similar. Mutual information between U and Y equal to the summation of the mutual information UI between UI and Y and UI minus 1. So, mutual information between UI and Y given UI minus 1. To this or, and then this is equal to capacity of channel WI. And then, by doing this, with the conservation of capacity, okay, so before that we speak of polarization. Now it is becoming different. So W actually the same but looks like different because of the polarizations. And then okay. And then assume that a W. Okay, before we speak about conservation, we just observe what is CW1 and CW0 here. This is the performance with I think this is the total is 32 with PEC with 0.5. So by using that polar code, you can split the channel into very good and very bad. Sometimes I use the terminology, this is halal and this is haram and this is subhan. So the polar codes make the difference into two polarizations. And then all information transmitted only at capacity close to 1. And then this is theoretically if you perform random polarizations and then complexity is high, and then what happens if you do this? So here you have the information U1 and U2, and then XOR, and then transmit, and this is as it is. And then by doing this, let's observe the capacity. By doing this, I put here the secret because the secret of polar code is actually here. So when you consider, okay, maybe first you want to know the meaning of I. I is mutual information. I is the mutual information. And it expresses how similar between two random variables. For example, like this. This is X and this is Y. So you transmit X, you receive Y. Right? So the mutual information is this area. What happens if this area is 0? If this area is 0, X and Y completely different. It means that you transmit what, you receive what. But if X and Y completely same, so the mutual information is equal to 1. It means that you transmit and you receive what you transmit completely. Right? So the maximum of the mutual information is 1 and the minimum is 0. And if you have something in between, it means that sums are correct, sums are wrong. Then here the mutual information between U1 and Y1, Y2, this dot and comma, semicolon, this express that between U1 and Y1, Y2. So this compared to this. And then this CW2 is between U2 and Y1, Y2 and U1. Y1, Y2 and U1. And then when you observe, this plus this should be twice of this because there are 2 W. This is what I mean by conservation. If you have the conservation of power, hukum kekekalan energi. So this is hukum kekekalan capacity. So capacity should be the same because we are talking about the transmitter and receiver and nothing changed. So you have the conservation of capacity. And then if you compare to the original capacity is CW, right? Then CW1 less than CW2. So by performing this, now you can make polarization only, even very small. Now they are different, even very small. Now what happens if you copy this and become unique? The channel will be polarized if you do that any time. So here just two. Now you have W minus and W plus. This is also W minus and W plus, and then you combine, and then now you have 4. Minus minus, plus minus, minus plus, and plus plus. What happens if you copy into 8? If you copy into 8 like this, so you will have minus 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 plus minus plus minus, and then this is plus plus plus. So become polarized. What happens if you have 100? By doing the same thing. So this is what I mean by the fractality of polar code, because you can copy the same algorithm when you want to extend the block length. Then let's see the capacity. Actually, I put here in the homework, right? You can read actually 8 and 9. So, as I say to you, that the capacity of PEC is 1 minus epsilon. This is original BEC. But what happens if your new BEC is epsilon plus and you have epsilon plus and epsilon minus? So when you have epsilon minus, then the channel can be transformed into this. So the crossover probability, sorry, not crossover, erasure probability is minus. And then it means that 1 minus epsilon. The capacity of this is 1 minus epsilon minus. Now how to obtain epsilon minus? So we have y1 and y2, and then you do not know u1 and u2. So your erasure probability is p power 2. Why? Because you do not know two things. And P, let's say that P is the erasure probability. You know U2, but you don't know U1. So your erasure probability is P, because this you don't know and this you know. You know is 1 minus you don't know, right? So 1 minus you don't know, and this is you don't know, to P this. And then when you know U1 plus U2 and you don't know this, the probability is this, and when you know all, so you know all. Here is not error for this case. And then the question is that what is the capacity of this new channel by performing XOR? It's becoming this 1 minus 2p minus p power 2. It is coming from where?
The adding probabilities. The adding.
Yeah, adding this plus this plus this. Because only these three parts you don't know, right? So the capacity becomes. That's why this is epsilon and this is epsilon core. So this is epsilon minus 1. And then what about epsilon plus 1 here? So for the epsilon plus 1, it is between U2 and Y1, Y2 and U1. So for this case, you do not know two cases, right? and then this power 2. And here, you know U2 and you know U1, and you do not know this, become this, and you do not know this, become this, and you know everything. But when you know U1, U2, your job is finished. So this is not included, so only this one. Because your target is to know U1 and U2. Here you already know U1 and U2. So even though the probability of error like this, don't care. So just P square. So this is just epsilon square. So this is even though just 2 levels. Just 2 levels. What about F? 4